Press the button. Maybe Skype will be less stupid now.
We'll see if Skype is less stupid now.
It was working better toward the last half of those games we lost.
Alright. We're back, and this time we're doing a block, because
Small sets, you're dumb.
it's probably smarter to do the block. And I did the one Journey into Nyx one, and I was actually kind of happy with that deck. It was interesting.
It was a good deck that lost to a very weird... It lost to its straws, actually.
No. I'd say, like, we lost to a better end game out of the blue-red deck in Game 1, and in Game 2, we specifically lost to our final draw, not giving us one of about 10 cards that got us out of that situation.
I think we lost that first game to our draws. Like, planes. Almost all of our planes.
Yeah, if they were
no
swamps,
action.
it would have been cooler.
If they were swamps, then, like, crushing would have occurred.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until the next... I'm not gonna jump in this one, I'm gonna jump in the next one.
Yeah, we fear the Loki Lysmith.
Oh man, that's American Gods. You get it?
I never read that.
It's flat a American Gods reference.
He's also got a space in his name.
Yes. So.
Although I think I know what the American Gods thing is going off of.
Huh?
Loki the Lysmith, maybe.
Spoilers, dude. You're spoiling that book you've never read.
Well, it's like shit. What is the guy's name in the Shin Megami Tensei guy? The guy who's Satan. Well, not Satan.
Lucifer. He's Lucifer, and his name is like...
It's Louis Cypher.
Yeah, Louis Cypher, yeah.
Louis Cypher. He's not Satan, though. Satan and Lucifer are two different entities. In those
Correct.
games.
As is Beelzebub and...
Well, yeah, Beelzebub was never Satan.
Right. No, like, all demons are their own entities, I guess what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
All of the common demon entities that are used to say... And we got the Louis Cypher.
Yeah,
wasn't there a movie starring Keanu Reeves with a Louis Cypher or like a?
Was it that?
I don't actually remember if the
it was
the
that
devil
comic book adaptation, wasn't it?
No. That's Constantine, and I'm thinking of a movie with a lawyer and Jack Nicholson, maybe.
Oh, I know that movie. I just can't think of it. Shit.
Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. It might have a dumb name in it like that.
I don't know. Like, maybe I'm like mixing two movies together, but I'm thinking of lawyers, and one of the lawyers is actually Satan, and
Heifer Wolf. That's a strong name.
That is pretty good. P. Roberto.
That's just a regular name, but Roberto is a...
The Skulls.
Skulls?
Skulls. Alright, here we go.
What do we got?
We have
Dictate of Heliod. It's shiny.
We have a shiny Dictate of Heliod. We have a Feast of Dreams. We have a Harness by Force. But we have a foil Dictate of Heliod.
Is the theme of the night just anthems?
Anthem's a good theme, by the way.
Anthems are strong.
How about anthems you can cast mid-combat and say, like, laugh at your opponent a lot?
Yeah.
I think I'm... Like, okay, Feast of Dreams is cool, but, like, this is one of the best... This is a good combat trick.
Yeah, it's...
Also, funnily enough, white gets kind of cut here.
Yeah, we give him the Swift Claw, and that's about it. And if Swift Claw comes back, that's great.
Okay, so what I'm reading here, I'm reading that black is going to get taken on my left. Somebody will probably take this Harness by Force. Actually, every single color has stuff. Green is a bit weaker than everything else, I believe.
Yeah, I think the Humbler of Mortals or Lucrocata might be on the wheel. I hope the Swift Claw comes back and that we can pick up some white to go with it on the trip.
The good thing with Dictate is that it means we can play like the heroic deck, except for we have a really good card that isn't the heroic card.
We can cut white even more, we can pick another color.
We have Mogis's Warhounds for a good for the red for the red white. We have Nightmarish End.
We can pick the Nightmarish End to fight every person.
To fight for black.
Yeah, to fight for black. Supply line cranes ain't super bad. It ain't super great.
Yeah,
It
I don't know if
cuts.
I wanted to pick that up. I'm thinking either of the Mogies' Warhound or Nightmarish End.
Yeah, because Warhound cuts red, and also I don't know. It's hard to say.
Right. So we have like Primo removal and really good creature. Ah, the Devil's Advocate. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Of course, Kaz knows the name.
Thank you, Kaz.
Thanks.
What are you feeling?
I love the dog. I love the nightmarish end. I
I'm gonna go with the guy because we just did black white.
Yeah, my gut says not. Get the fuck out of black white.
Hey, motherfucker!
I'm not my.
Hey, motherfucker!
Yeah, Tintin.
How you feeling?
I like Tintin. That card's really great, by the way. I love that card. I want to play that in EDH so much.
We have the Riddle of Lightning as well.
I really don't like Riddle of Lightning. What else is there?
Satyr
Bear.
Hoplite, Bear, Laguna Trailblazer.
Laguna Trailblazer is a 1/5.
God. The Riddle of Lightning really wishes it drew me the card.
Yeah, because that's an okay Hearthstone card, but
It says Scry 3 as well on it. So...
Yeah, I played a lot of Time Spiral Block, and I played with Riddle of Lightning back then, and you know what Riddle of Lightning did back then?
Revealed 3 lands and then revealed a land.
It did jack shit.
Well, I'm picking it. I'm grabbing it. Oh, I guess Sigiled Skink is the card here. I'm picking it because it's at the worst case, even if I reveal 3 lands to it and like a 4th land, who the hell cares? That's like 3 lands off the top. By the way, Revel.
Yeah,
Revel would be cool with the Dictate.
That would be, but then you're a Naya flat.
I know, and not even like I'm splashing. No double.
No double green, double green, double red, double red, double white, double white. Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick Sigiled Skink.
That's a 3/2.
But which kind of sucks here because I'm seeing very strong signs to get out of my colors, like Cloaked Siren, Golden Hind.
Well, do you want to?
I don't want to jump ship. I want to play Dictate of frickin' Heliod. And red,
Okay,
red
I
is
want to
good.
play. I want to play Dictate of Heliod. I don't feel as strongly about our red.
Really, I'm actually impressed with our red.
I really like Mogi's Warhound, but yeah.
Warwing Siren hiding, and then we've got like Eagle the Watch, or Swift Claw. Some like decent creatures.
Yeah, which one do you like better of the decent creatures?
Evasive.
I like Evasion too.
Like evasive creature. Pretty
It's
good.
it's a snapping Drake when you you have the Dictate around.
No, it's +2/+2.
It's +2/+2. Wow, I keep thinking it's just Anthem because that's what the anthems are.
No,
Oh, that's dumb math.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick Eagle the Watch. Satyr Hoplite also would probably be okay, but I want to like kind of actually pick. I want the white. I really do.
Yeah, we want white super bad.
Like Dictate's very powerful, especially if I'm going like. I wouldn't say colors I don't like. It's more colors that I'm being told to please leave, and I'm just not listening.
We'll force it.
Sure.
Blade Tusk Boar.
The only card on color in the pack, but luckily it's good.
Yeah. If it weren't for that, I would be looking at that Golden Hind.
I know. That's the second one.
Yeah. It's also cool with our Dictate, because it gets to be huge. Yeah, the Tintin will probably wheel.
Maybe.
That's a 12. That's 12/12 for us.
I know, right? And then when it dies, we lose everything.
Everybody loses everything when it dies.
Everybody starts over. But yeah, I'm picking Blade Tusk Boar. This is...
You found out why I want to play it. Change places.
And then, like, the O-Ring leaves play, and then the best card comes back in, and you're like, wait a minute. So how does nothing sound?
How about picking that Ox?
Yeah, that's actually the card I'm picking, but my god, this is a blank as hell pack. Holy shit. Why? God. is this like, between like mine and Kavanaugh's, has it just been like consistently pick a color pair and get knocked out of it?
As long as I've been around, it's been going on.
Interesting. You're the common element.
I am the common element. And again, so are you, but I don't know.
I am also the common element.
The common element.
We're getting kicked the hell out of white. Like, white and red, with the exception of 2 Blade Tusk boards, we've been told to leave. But I'm not going to listen to people.
Yeah, we'll be going the other way around next,
Screw them. Swiftclaw or Satyr Hoplite?
I like the Swift Claw better.
I agree.
Like, even if we're in red and not white, I don't want to play Satyr Hoplite.
I guess Rouse the Mob is a card I might play, whereas Font of Vigor is not.
Yes, that is it.
The common element.
Yeah, I'm actually in this draft.
You're using this foreknowledge of me drafting red white to just like be like, yes, fuck it.
Spite. I love spite. Huge. Which one? 8 is like an uncastable number in Magic.
Yep.
If that were Hearthstone, that'd be way different, but
I'm gonna pick the man I'm casting.
yeah. He can be a 3/3. You could pick up that Fauna Fortunes in case we go into blue somehow.
Nah, at least I might play the Cyclops. Oh, dang it. You know what? I messed up. It should have been the Hugeman so I could riddle.
Yes!
Yeah. To elaborate more, there's actually no chance I'm casting like 10-10 no evasion. See, worst fears when I cast it, if I would have been able to cast it, probably wins me the game on that next turn. When I cast a 10-10 with no evasion, my opponent like doesn't do anything, and then maybe kills it, and then we all lose our boards, and he's ahead. So, Okay, Spirit of the Labyrinth.
That's a excoriate.
Yeah, excoriate, Nyxborn, Men.
Nick Boardman ain't that bad either.
I kind of like Spirit.
I like it too.
I realize it's just a Swift Claw with like an ability that sometimes makes your opponent play Chosen by Heliod and not draw a card. But I guess that's okay.
That's okay.
I
we
mean,
we can make that font of inspiration do nothing.
Yeah. Well, they get to draw 1 card if they do it on.
If they do it on your turn.
Yeah, my turn. So there's a deck that a person has been advocating in Magic about. There's I forget the name of the card, but it's like reveal the top card of each player's deck. You may choose to either mill it or each player draws a card.
That is the Dakros.
Yeah, to combo with Spirit of the Labyrinth in the sense that you go, at your upkeep, I will activate this man, and then we both draw a card. And then when your opponent goes to draw a card for their turn, you call the judge over and they get a game loss. And that's the deck.
We're in white.
I'm happy about this arc. I haven't gotten to play with Archetype. Holy shit, we have 3 ones on the ground? Get in.
No, we don't have 3 ones on the ground, buddy. We have 5 3s on the ground.
Get the hell in. Yeah. Archetype of Courage. Get in. Krogma Butcher's cool. Actually, we'll probably get something real back. There's 5 real cards, and there's, some decent green.
Even, Impetuous Sunchaser ain't the worst if it's pumped.
Right, if we have the Dictate around. So, yeah, we're picking the Archetype. But yeah, anyway, the point is that deck is dumb, and
you're winning because you're tricking your opponent into losing.
Yes, it also doesn't work at FNM because at FNM level, the penalty for drawing extra cards is just put the card back, you fool.
Yeah.
Whereas at a Pro Tour, it's all game loss. But at a Pro Tour, nobody's gonna fall for that jank. So
yeah,
I don't know what the
point
of this card. I don't know what the point of the deck is.
There you go. I already drew a card this turn. Oh well. I guess I don't get to draw one this
Holy
turn.
crap! How about do we want Acolyte's Reward or do we want Acolyte's Reward?
I think we want Acolyte's reward, maybe.
Okay, here's a better question. We have Fated Conflagration, which is like removal spell primo,
Yeah.
and then there's a Thunderbrute.
I do really like Thunderbird.
I know.
I really like Thunderbird.
I'm aware. But Fated Conflagration is like kill target Nessian Asp.
I think you picked the Fated Conflagration.
I believe I picked the good removal spell, especially when our deck is more about...
That triple red's going to be a little bit awkward, but it'll be doable.
I think we're heavier red.
Yeah, we are heavier red, but we also want double whites and early white.
God,
The Thunderbird is only sometimes a 6 mana 5/5. Usually.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the removal spell. What do we got here? Kragma Butcher, Glimpse of the Sun God, or some kind of not so good creature. But Kragma Butcher.
I like Kragma Butcher if he can have first strike, especially because if he actually has the first strike and gets the pump, he becomes unblockable.
Yeah, who the hell blocks a 4-power first striker? The big thing with Fated Conflagration is we really don't have too much removal, and
It just remove target creature from burn it.
yeah, like 5 damage is enough to basically kill anything that isn't monstrously huge.
And then you just do it in response to the monsters.
Well, also we have first strikers, so we can attack first strike, and then Fated Conflagration after first strike damage, and still strike too.
That'll be pretty cool.
Now, funnily enough, the Cyclops a one-eyed pass with Archetype of Courage. But Kragma Butcher is like a better card overall.
I like Kragma Butcher better than Cobble Brute.
I am rewarded.
What is it?
You can't see things?
I've been stuck on Archetype of Courage for a while.
Okay, I'm going to hit the button then. Hold on. Just let me deal with this.
I wonder why it's been doing this more and more lately. I don't get it. My internet's probably getting worse.
Okay, well the card is maybe there.
I've got this Thunderbrute.
I've been shown the light. I've been rewarded for my choice of play red.
Thunderbrute.
So we're gonna pick Thunderbrute. There's almost nothing else in here. Archetype of Finality is like cool, especially like if we were in black white, that would be the card because think how cool First Strike Touch. Yeah, First Strike Death Touch.
But no, Thunderbrute. I like him at all speeds. I like him at all speeds.
How about we pick a on curve creature, you know,
with first strike. That's a 5/4 first strike trample.
Yeah. This is really cool. I'm liking this deck already. It's heavy red.
We need removal, and I think we value Traveler's Amulet high.
Just so we can cast Dictate and Archetype.
Yeah, so we can get our white playable.
I really like the Archetype of Aggression. He's super freaking awesome.
He's great. Look, he's got the gloves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you. They got trample.
What else we got next? Okay, Lightning Volley, not too good. Our creatures aren't really tapping to deal on damage. Reckless Reveler is a piker that can kill artifacts.
Which might be relevant. It probably isn't. It's probably just a piker.
Probably just a piker. Like, Lightning Volley, so, story about Lightning Volley. There's a card called Flame Fusillade, or Flame Fusillade, or however you want to pronounce the card, in Ravnica proper, that gave all permanents you control that ability. And that card was hyper dumb.
Because of, what was this card called again? This thing that taps and gives you an extra turn? I wonder.
Vault. The big thing
Time Vault.
The big thing was Flame Fusillade in Limited might as well have been a fireball, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's a Revoke Existence. Stormcaller of Keranos is a 2/2 haster for 3.
That's not bad, just Grailger with haste. I kind of like Revoke Existence if we're actually white.
We have 14 creatures, and I feel we are white. I feel Archetype of Courage and Dictate of Heliod are strong enough to make me want to play white, and then by that...
And Revoke Existence adds to that, even.
Right. Like, the others we have aren't, like, huge, like, yeah, we're playing white. They're cards we're playing if we are white.
Yeah. Also, what the hell is that getting its existence revoked?
Let me pull up the art on it. I don't know.
It looks like Eldrazi.
It's Elspeth doing it though. That's Elspeth's sword, I believe.
Yeah, it's Elspeth doing it, but
Anyway,
like,
we have 1 mana 1/1 bestower. We have rise to the challenge +2/+0 and first strike.
I like Rise to the
I like
Challenge as a trick.
I like trick.
That's a nice trick.
We don't have many tricks, and rise to the challenge does say win target combat.
I like it better than Great Heart.
Oh, hey, Sun Chaser, Faragax Giant, rise to the challenge #2.
If you pick the Rise, you're saying we might get Heroes, pack 3. If you pick the Sun Chaser, you say you want Evasion.
Yeah. I feel like we might want heroes. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's Faragax Giant. We're not.
Yeah, I really like Faragax Giant, but
I might go with rise to the challenge again.
I like his arm lumps.
Okay, so we have Acolyte's Reward or Acolyte's Reward.
How you feeling about Great Heart now?
I don't care about any of them. I don't care about Great Heart. I don't care about. I'm gonna pick Acolyte's Reward foil because it is a foil card.
Only we had. I don't mind Epiphany Storm if we had an inspired dude, but we don't.
We have one. Okay, Fearsome Temper or Cyclops. Fearsome Temper could let us go to town with a man.
Yeah, it's pump and also mugging, not mugging, a falter effect on it.
Yeah, it's got a falter hidden on there.
You cannot block because you are a coward.
So, I'm going to take the Siren Song Lyre. That card might be played. It probably isn't, but it might.
We will use it to tap down the 10/10 note somebody might do.
And Sunbond. Whenever you gain life, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Forest.
Hey, Forest.
Let's see what pack 3 says.
We have 24 cards right now in the main, and only about 4 that I'd actually cut, so...
Yeah, I would cut
Sylvan
that.
Caryatid is a card.
Divine Verdict.
Divine Verdict. Observant Elseid.
Hey, Observant Elseid.
I like Divine Verdict and Observant Elseid. I am a freaking, like, huge-ass fan of Sylvan Caryatid, but that's like... If this was a real-life draft, I would pick it no question, because I want...
Yeah, because
like,
you need your playset.
I only have... I'm up to 2... No, I still have... No, 2. I don't know. Anyway.
So, here's your question. Do you want another piece of removal, of which we're a little bit low, or do you want a very good bestow creature? I also really like Portent Betrayal, but...
I like Portent, but I don't think it competes with Divine Verdict, if that were the...
I don't think it competes either. It might come back. Look at all the red we have.
I feel... Man, I'm feeling the creature, honest. Like, Divine Verdict's great. And I realize we're light on removal, but, like, Observant Elseid, as far as a creature goes, like, +2/+2 Vigilance is very powerful.
Yep. Especially when it's got first strike and trample and +2/+2.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Portent on an inspired creature is pretty cool.
It does work. Annex and Siamede. Thank you. There's a Magma Jet, and that's it. But I'm...
Yeah, that's our deck, right?
Yeah, that's like the dude, right? Like...
How do we care if we heroic it or not?
Do you know how good it feels to get rewarded for your choice? By the way,
I'm aware.
Yeah.
How many ways do we have to target it?
We have Rise to the Challenge, Rise to the Challenge, Rouse the Mob, Observant Elseid, and this pack we're probably gonna pick up some other bestow creatures.
I'm good. I'm glad about that. I'm glad about the Rise to the Challenge. Remember what I said?
I know, and I think we chose. Oh, Mogis's Warhound.
Hey!
Has to attack each turn on my, like, 6/5 trample vigilance first striker. Like, who the fuck cares?
Thought
yes, this creature's attack. Also, so there's also cards that might come back around. Sadly,
yeah.
Magma Jet's like another card I want out of here, but I can't have it.
It won't. Portent might. Last Breath isn't.
Polis. We got the police. We're not the police. Coordinated Assault, however.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I like the police and I love the dog, but
Like the
I think the
heroic.
I think the heroic is really good.
So this deck is all about first strike and just being a giant dick with first strike, right? Like
Well,
that's the
yeah,
deck.
we win combats. It's how it happens.
Yeah. I think my game plan is win all combats. So
Funnily enough, you could give your opponent's creatures the +1, +0, and first strike, but it wouldn't get the first strike if you have the archetype.
Mm,
You could just style on your opponent.
I do wish I could pick up the Cerberus here, but I feel I'm pretty good on creatures and
He's really cool with dictate, but
oh
I mean,
Jesus.
I think making annex
Jesus,
inside.
I'm
Now you're reconsidering it, aren't you?
yeah. I'm gonna pick up the trick, but I feel kind of bad about it now that you've mentioned that.
I kind of want to
Especially now that we got another coordinated assault in this one. Damn.
Damn
Owned.
it.
We have Biden Tifthasa, Spearpoint Oriad, and Dragon Mantle are the two choices this time.
First strike tribal, or do you want, or maybe dragon mantle? We're getting good on creatures.
Yeah, well, Spearpoint's good too. Like I like both.
I like both too.
I think Spearpoint is a little more. How about this? We can't Dragon Mantle on our because of the Spirit of the Labyrinth. We'll get owned.
Oh yeah, it doesn't cantrip, so it makes it like.
Also,
Fire-
Spearpoint Oriad fits with our theme.
Yeah, first strike.
First strike.
Tribal.
Tribal first strike.
Tribal first strike.
Tribal first strike.
Yeah, fire breathing is cool with first strike, but
Tribal
and
first
good
strike.
with trample.
We got a tribal first strike.
Yeah, we want the creature that does it.
I would like the Dragon Mantle, but I want the creature.
Unknown Shores is also playable in our deck.
Hey, I got a dog.
Hey!
It's like that or a Crow and Crusader, which also is really good for our deck, suddenly.
Yeah!
Because it makes 1/1s and Dictate a Heliod makes it look really good.
Nobody's going to pick a Crow and Crusaders though. Like we're going to find a Crow and Crusader.
Tiny Netman.
I like the Tiny Net Man.
It's the only choice here, but... Fanatic of Mogis. Two-headed Cerberus number 2.
How much Red Devotion will we have on average on turn 4?
3.
That's not the
No,
worst.
maybe.
If we have 2 Pikers in play, then it's 3.
I like two-headed Cerberus for its...
He'd be really good with the Fanatic Emojis.
Yeah.
But we have some Bestow and
We do. I'm going to pick up the
two-headed
dog. We have Dictate.
Dog is not hard to make work good. I really want to get Traveler's Amulet.
Vanquish the Foul.
That's playable.
Yeah, it's like really jank removal, but I'll play it given circumstances.
Theros block, man.
Yeah, right. Alright, so Vanquish the Foul. Portent of Betrayal or Vanquish the Foul 2.
If we portent the thing, we would vanquish the foul. We win the game.
Anvil Rot Raptor Unknown Shores. Ill-Tempered Cyclops.
I like Ill-Tempered Cyclops a lot. I hate Anvil Rod Raptor.
And I hate Unknown Shores.
I hate Unknown Shores, but
Damn,
I
our
wanna be
mana's weird.
I want to be able to cast things. I don't know, man. Do we want...
I'm gonna go with the Unknown Shores.
I hate it, too.
I hate it a lot. I'm picking Voyage's End to hate that card off somebody.
Yeah, we're not playing Setessan Battle.
Unknown Shores 2.
But we got punished for picking the Unknown Shores.
A perfect creature. Stymied
Dogs.
hopes. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and put this in build mode.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of Repsters. I want to... The 2 cards that make me think it specifically are Fated Conflagration and Dictate of Heliod.
Right. I don't think Dictate's going to be as much of a problem as you think, but...
As maybe Archetype of Courage, then...
Archetype of Courage might, but even then...
That's putting him on 4 instead of on 3 because of how Unknown Shores works.
Yeah.
At least we don't have a ton of double red.
All
We
right,
have we
so
have a fair amount.
Silent Artisan out. Liar
Sire
out.
Solid Liar. Yeah, Liar
Yeah.
out.
Rouse the Mob out. I need to cut a lot.
Satyr
Rise to the
Hoplite.
challenge. I think
Hop-
Satyr Hoplite might be fine in the deck. I think some of our Fearsome Temper.
That Fearsome Temper can come out.
Um,
Um,
Vanquish maybe. Well, Riddle of Lightning maybe.
I like taking Riddle of Lightning out.
I know you do. Like, I don't think there's a way I can convince you that card is good.
I'll
that's
trust
fair.
your instinct on it. Oh, if you think it'll work okay. We do have
It's mostly Scry 3.
yes, Cry 3. You usually dig something.
I like getting rid of a lot of our top end, Vanquish and Riddle, and then leaving just Dictate and Thunderbrute on our top end.
Yeah, I like that too.
I need to make 2 more cuts. I prefer one of them was a 3-drop. Eagle of the Watch, maybe? It's like our only flyer.
It's our only flyer. How about Spear Point Oriad?
I mean,
I really like that card, but we have so much first strike anyways.
You know what? That's reasonable. It's also 6 for that damn bestow.
Yeah, it's a heavy bestow cost.
How about Reckless Reveler as our final?
We're not Reckless Reveler. Yeah, we're also not cutting Revoke Existence. What are you talking about?
We need some removal. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So Satyr Hoplite I like because we have enough we only have we have Coordinated Assault, Rise to the Challenge, Mogi's Warhound, Observant El Sayed, and that's about it for targeting men. Like that's actually all.
yeah.
But Annex and Siamede is already super heavy on curve without it, so that's cool. 2 dogs is never too much.
Yeah, 2 dogs is for one. It's just like Gray Ogre at worst. I will accept that.
I'm sad we don't. I wish that Satyr Hoplite was actually a Hopeful Eidolon. That is the card I want it to be.
If it was hopeful Eidolon, that would be the nuts. Do we play both shores?
I was thinking 1 shore and then 9/7.
I was thinking that too.
Okay. I really don't like shore. It makes you if you're low on lands, it sucks.
Yeah, I really hate it too. But
It wants 10/6. Holy shit.
do you think we could manage without it? Just using the perfect ratio of lands. Yeah, I really wanted it to be Traveler's Amulet instead.
I know. I would play that over Satyr Hoplite as well.
Or even like Unicorn. I'd be happy about Unicorn.
We don't have a ton of removal.
We don't, and we took out 2 pieces of it.
I think that I'm still fine with that. We just win combats. That's like our plan, right?
Yeah, we'll just win combat because we have our tricks. Little trick, I guess.
We have coordinated assault and rise to the challenge.
Yeah, and then we have just creatures that like to win combats anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say we also have first strike on freaking everybody.
Or even it's hard to win a combat with 2-headed Cerberus or Kragma Butcher if you do have the first strike, or even in the trick in your hand or the power pump.
Yeah, Mogi's Warhound is gonna be a really good bestow.
Yeah, we might even bestow it on our opponent's creature to force them into the wall of spears.
I kind of wish I had picked the Dragon Mantle.
Over what would we pick over that?
Spear Point.
Spear Point.
Because that would be a swap for Satyr Hoplite, and then I would feel really good about that switch. Oh
yeah,
well.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Hit that button.
Removal's bad in Theros anyways.
Hmm?
Removal is bad in Theros anyways. Who needs it? We'll just win combats.
Yeah.
With Dictate of flippin' Heliod. That's a foil Dictate of Heliod too, isn't
I
it?
know, it's foil. I don't have foil effects on, and I'm not going to go turn them on, because that involves going into the minefield.
Yeah, that involves, hey, you want to know what my address is?
Yeah, you want my home address and phone number and credit card number? Sure, let's just put everything in a unmarked button. I love it. It's not marked either. It's just profile.
Dictate of Heliod doesn't even, it's a quarter. even foil.
It's not very good in constructed magic for
No, it
like
didn't mean
for
constructed
like
magic.
I could list off the reasons.
The biggest reason is it costs 5.
The biggest reason is it's already obsolete existing because in constructed magic, if you were doing that, you just like play a collective blessing, which is +3/+3
Yeah,
for green white 3 or something like that.
and in any format beyond just like standard, there's like Viari's Wage or shit.
Nobody gets my social.
Not even you.
Nobody gets my social. All right, we're moving. Let's move right along. I like it. I love it. I love it.
Archetype of Courage grants himself first strike, though, doesn't he?
Archetype of Courage grants all creatures you control first strike and removes first strike from everything else we don't control.
Yeah, Squirrel Token was saying something. I don't. He has first strike because
We actually do have all the first strike. That's a mulligan.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You go to 5. I guess Mountain is acceptable on Mountain, but that's coin flips.
That's not a coin flip. That's a 1 in. That's worse. That's actually much worse than a coin flip because it's 9. It's like a. We're gonna lose to P. Roberto. That's a good name.
The probe. The Proberto.
Yeah, Proberto. I don't know why I'm thinking so much on this hand. It freaking blows.
What do you want to mull it to 5?
Cool.
Keep.
I feel better about this one.
I do too, because if... Whoa, where'd you get that Fanso Forest at?
Oh, he's using, like, Fancy Forest? Ooh.
He's using Zendikar
Yeah.
lands.
So this would be really good if I could play Archetype right now, by the way.
Yeah. Does he trade his Leaf Gilder for Mogi? He's
No,
not.
he does not. So, Sigiled Skink.
Okay, if we do draw Flames, this is suddenly great.
I know, all of a sudden this hand doesn't suck too much. But he's on 7 cards, and that feels good. But
He's also on ramp.
I know, if he plays a 3/3, he looks like a champion. That's a 2/3, that's basically a champion card, level card. Oh yeah, by the way, PokeCap, and they changed the sound effects like last week, so now they're crazy and silly and don't make any sense.
You want to make that trade?
Yeah.
Hiker for Piker.
Alright, give me a combat trick.
Please.
This isn't enough.
It isn't enough. Mogi's Marauder.
Goodbye, Mogis Warhound.
Warhound, not Marauder. Marauder is the Intimidate, man.
Rest in peace. Doesn't have first strike.
The dog.
Doesn't have it.
Lame. That's a 3/3.
Yep. Hey, dog.
More dogs coming. Dictate of Heliod would be really cool now.
Oh my god, I might like be able to win this one with Dictate.
We would win a combat.
We would win a combat. We would win a combat, and then we would... Doesn't have first strike.
At least he can attack with Nylia's Disciple now.
Right, but he actually... We double block on...
Yeah, and then you just...
Ordeal of Nylea.
No longer works. You could trade Two-Headed Cerberus.
It's not big enough. It's a 1/2. And this is a 5/5 now.
Oh, right.
Still doesn't have first strike.
Constellation makes that not big enough. Yeesh.
Yeah, for Constellation's the big thing there. Yo, don't attack. There's no way I have a trick.
Yeah, there is actually no way.
There is no way I don't have a hand. Let me draw.
Why does he get to have Zendikar lands?
You
Jeez.
can put your own lands in a limited deck, and this P. Roberto must be pretty cool if he's got Zendikar lands floating around for no reason. Is
Yeah,
my
those
opponent
are.
like still considering this attack that he should obviously make? Did you know his creatures don't have first strike?
I realize.
Okay. I really like that there's a little line of text on his card that says it doesn't have first strike.
And because of the way Magic works, I think I've mentioned this every time we've had an archetype. If you have two of them, one on each side, nothing gets to have it.
Yeah,
Because in
everything has doesn't have first strike.
because in Magic doesn't trumps does.
Can't and can. Yo, buddy, I appreciate you like draining your clock and such, but I would like you to take an action.
How long until your opponent is
10
disconnected?
minutes.
No, I mean how long until the notice pops up? I wonder.
I think it pops up after 3.
So
Because if he attacks with Oakheart Dryad, I'm double blocking and walking into his combat trick.
I think we have to do that though, even though it's Savage Surge with the lands he's holding up.
Or
Hey,
okay, all right. No, come on, make your play mistakes.
everybody always says double Qs, but
So I
there's this yeah,
can't block there.
I think it's a 5/5 next turn too.
Satyr Wayfinder. So he has 4 cards in the revealed zone. Thassa's Ire, Stratus Walk, Island. Stratus Walk's kind of dumb here.
Yeah,
Mountain's really good here. I can't attack into his 2/3. By the way, like
he's
man,
going to jump his 5/5.
it's in his grave. He get to pick a land.
Oh, I thought it was land or enchantment.
No, this doesn't have first strike.
Because I was thinking it was just that card on a 1/1.
Oh God, that would be really good. I'm just gonna
That
take
would be pretty
5.
good. That creature's a problem.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing I can do about it. Prescient Chimera, that's a flyer.
It's a big creature. This game's over.
I'm playing Blade Tuskboar. It gives me 6 power of first strike.
And it does.
On the ground.
Then he gets to put all his loafs onto Precious, and then Precious punches us.
Yeah, that's basically what happens here. So much first strike.
Infinite first strike.
How are you supposed to attack on the ground when I have literal, like, 7 power or 6 power of idiot first strikeman?
Okay, if he's smart. Wait, no, he doesn't have a way to do that.
If he plays an
First strike.
enchantment, he can Oakheart Dryad to pump Nylea's Disciple and attack, which would be
What I was
really
thinking
good.
of though is trying to figure out a way to be clever about that ordeal popping, and your scry you get off of a Precious Chimera because you're gonna shuffle.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares here?
All right.
Maybe he messes up and lets his scry resolve before. Okay, everybody's coming.
Everybody's coming.
Well, this makes me think. Feral Invocation.
Screw it. I've got blocks like this. Block, block, block.
You're throwing the dog away.
Throwing the dog away. I could triple block on Nylea's Disciple and go to 2, but that leaves me dead, so...
Yeah, just dead to Precious.
If he has a trick, I'm dead anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down to... I was on like a mold of... Yeah, okay. So he's plus 2/+2 to 3 of his guys.
His
Cool.
game is actually over.
Cool.
Yeah.
My entire team is dead.
Hooray!
Alright, let's
Okay.
move on.
Let's draw combinations of spells and lands and
How
keep a hand.
about literally a keepable hand? I would really be sad to have this deck lose because it just had 2 unkeepable pile of junk hands.
Lots of parallels with the Kavanaugh stream suddenly.
It depends on if I win this next one by playing, like, just random aggressive creatures for 5 turns. We'll see.
Isn't that our plan, though?
Yeah, but they're better than...
Yeah, that is better than...
I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
This hand still blows, but I'm keeping it.
It's okay on other creature or mountain.
Abyss
Not,
Hunted, not really. A Divine Verdict, like... I mean, yeah, in my 5-card hand, it would have been nice to have, I don't know, like, cards, but...
yeah. Because other than Divine Verdict, could have been like Fated Conflagration or...
Yeah, like, the big thing wasn't that I didn't have Divine Verdict, it was that I had a Molda 5 that just blew and didn't do anything.
Open Speaker says, dog sucks.
Well, that's cool. But... I mean, Divine Verdict would have been good against, you know, Nylea with Nylea's Presence, or Nylea's Emissary with Ordeal of Nylea. But I also would have just rather had I honestly would have rather had a mana base that worked. That would have been cooler.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Ooh.
Top end.
Dog. Let's do it. Get revoked, nerd.
Yeah, well, we'll do that.
It's been revoked.
Do you want to attack with this Pillar Field Ox?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I ain't blocking.
No possible play.
Do I want to play Kragma Butcher instead of revoking? I think I want to get board presence before I revoke.
Yeah, we can do that next turn. And that allows us to attack.
Yeah, and I mean, we're only getting punished by taking like a damage or 2 from it, so yeah, 2 damage from it, and I'm not blocking. Ain't worth it.
Yeah, this ain't worth it.
Nylea's Disciple, this looks familiar.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and thanks, Plains, you're not Fated Conflagration.
I think we still attack with Kragma Butcher. Get that train going.
Revoke this. I'm leaving up God's Willing repeatedly today.
Yeah, we never have it, but we always leave it up. Smite all over again.
Alright, so here's a really cool thing about the deck. We don't play a card that costs more than 5 that's Thunderbrute. So, every single draw in our deck at this point is live. I can't...
Plains...
Yeah, it gives me Thunderbrute.
Okay, Plains give us Thunderbrutes. That's a large creature.
That is a large creature. I'm gonna take damage. Blade Tusk Boar. See?
Hey!
So we're gonna go ahead and attack for 6. And then we're gonna play Blade Tusk Boar, leaving up the God's Willing again.
God's Will is not actually a Nuktats.
Stratus Walk. Okay, this could get actually bad because I'm dead in 3 to that.
Hopefully we draw Mountain then.
That would be good.
Because a 3-1 is imminently more deal-withable than a 4-4 flyer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, return an enchantment to hand when it... Okay, Kragma Butcher, Annex and Siamede. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and attack with the 2 creatures that can attack and make sense.
That's a weird Pillar Field Ox.
Yeah, luckily I don't actually have any enchantments to bounce.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to 4 here.
It's Mountain or Bust.
Unless he's got 2 Savage Surge, that'd be kind of funny. Honestly, a combat trick would be very good as well. Mountain.
Well, you do it now to get the scry.
I don't think I do it immediately. Like, I think I do some attacking before I...
You have to see what happens.
to see what he does. So that means I attack with Kragma Butcher.
The boar and NX and Cymene.
I could attack all out.
NX and Cymene gets pretty well blocked by... That puts him at low, though.
Not even low. I actually can...
Just turn team sideways, see what happens.
Turn team sideways. What does turn team sideways get me?
What does turning team sideways do if you burn your own NX and Cymene?
That was the actual thing I'm thinking of. It gets me plus...
Because what he does, he's probably... Okay, we have 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. He probably blocks NX and Cymene to kill it. He puts him at 1. I don't know.
Well, does he have the +2/+2 and untap his guy's card? Like, I guess I could attack with just Kragma Butcher and Blade Tusk Boar, but I feel like I need to do something to get my opponent dead. Thank you.
No. Yeesh.
Do I just go for the like, if my opponent has...
Any of the tricks he's shown.
Right.
Wait, if he strives it, is that up to, or is it... I think strive is up to, so it isn't countered if you burn one of the targets before it resolves. Right?
I wish Thunderbrute I wish I could be certain. I feel pretty confident on swinging all out and doing such, like, okay, so Fated Conflagration has like a couple modes. Like, I could kill Triton Cavalry because if he has the +2/+2 and untap a number of creatures. Oh, what's we got here?
What?
It's beginning of combat. He's doing something. Sudden Storm.
That's really bad. I think Frostbeth kills us.
I think that means at this point I kill off his flyer.
Yeah, just do it main phase and...
Yeah.
Yeesh, that 3-1 is going to be awkward, though.
I could do it on his turn, but that invites a pump spell to win, but it does... Actually, no, it doesn't... I could prevent the Nyxborn Wolf from attacking.
Yeah, that's better, because it... Yeah.
I mean, it invites a pump spell to win.
But all pump spells only cost 2 anyways. You could do it now anyways, unless he draws it. What are the odds you like between 1 card and 2 in hand?
This is kind of harsh. Yeah, I guess I go to burn it in his combat. If he has a pump spell, the game ends.
Yeah, because he either saves his dude...
Well, the one he used last game cost 3.
Oh, it costs 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeesh.
I think I have to gamble. I think I have to gamble.
Yeah, because he can use it to kill the wolf, to pump whatever creature... I don't know.
It does keep the wolf from attacking. I burn it on blockers. Like, it absolutely does keep the wolf from attacking.
Yeah.
Because it certainly can't attack while it's a bestowed creature.
If you do it on his upkeep, his wolf doesn't have summoning sickness, so he can just attack with it.
Right, and I need the 4 power of First Strike to block Triton Cavalry. Also, next turn I can just untap and play Thunderbrute Ship.
Yeah, if his team's tapped, then
Well, like, he'll make it an 8/8 because he doesn't want to freaking die, and then...
yeah.
Now I think he's wondering, like, what cards prevent me from losing here. Like, why did I... Like, what could I possibly have, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
but why were you waiting so long?
Also, my opponent's obviously double queuing. I'm actually... This is the third time he's taking an extended break at no action.
Yeah, at this juncture, I am inclined to agree,
Like,
and that we may have finally actually witnessed it.
yeah.
Because usually when we say that, we get the little bubble that says,
No, I mean, this is the third time he's done, like, a disconnect.
yeah, but where he's been an idiot. Which is kind of bad for him because his deck's kind of slow.
Also, yeah, it could just be why the hell was my opponent in the tank? P. Roberto, the streaming. Yeah. He's waiting the 30 seconds for the delay.
Ah.
Bestow Spire Spine on...
He's
Okay.
returning.
He's returning Stratus Walk. This means I'm going to kill this man in response. Like, I need to. Because I can't let him have Stratus Walk as a trick.
So who are we killing?
I'm killing the man that has Stratus Walk on it. To keep Stratus Walk from going back into his hand, because that's what he's returning with Triton Cavalry.
Okay.
It does mean I'm going to have to chump.
Yeah, which means dogs has to. Yeesh. At least it removes flying, and we'll have an.
It removes the
8/8.
flyer from the board. It gives him a 3/1 and a 6/5.
3/1 we deal with easily.
Yeah, we just block it.
But the 6/5 will require Thunderbrute exist. If, oh man,
Thunder.
I mean she's probably going to let Thunderbrute be a 5/5 because we won't be able to attack with it.
Okay.
Right? That's still big enough to
So
kill
this is-
Triton Cavalry, though.
This is block. He is empty-handed.
Okay.
Thunder. Thunder.
I hope he lets it be an 8/8. Because he doesn't have to. Because if it's a 5/5, if it's a haste man, we can't attack.
I know. We can attack with Annex and Cymede.
Yeah, we can attack with Annex and Cymede, but
So our opponent's top decking, and he has a number of top decks that probably get him out of this. Another Sudden Storm, another Stratus Walk, Griptide, the like. You know what I'm... You know.
yeah. Otherwise, though, he's kind of dead if he doesn't.
Alright, so it's haste because we can't attack. So
Yeah.
we're attacking with Annex and Cymede alone. Alright, so now it's all, did he draw a card that gets him out of this?
Did he or did he not? Because if he doesn't, he just dies.
Right, my crackback is extremely powerful right now.
So we have a 5/5, a 3/2, a 3/2 he can't block, and a 4/3.
So attack. I'm going to make the obvious block because I have to. And his final card was Satyr Wayfinder, a chump blocker.
Gross.
4 cards. Okay, so he gets,
I also like that he still cannot effectively block NX and
Where's he? Swift Claw.
I think we play it.
Do I attack with Kragma Butcher? Like, I don't think so.
I don't think we do either. Do we attack with Blade Tusk Boar?
Yeah, absolutely. He is forced to block with Spire Spine here.
Or because Spire Spine has to block.
Yes. So then we'll play Swift Claw and pass the turn. Again, our opponent actually doesn't really have a draw that would, I guess Nimbus Naiad is a pretty good draw that would immediately kill us here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey! that was impressive.
Close. That was close. I feel pretty good coming out with that one. God. I don't know if Vanquish the Foul is worth it.
What does he have that it actually kills? Just whatever he pumps?
His Bestow junk.
Yeah, that's basically it. Riddle of Lightning? I don't actually like it, but I know you do.
Freaking hell. Like...
You can maybe eat out, or... I don't know. What do you think?
I think we're good. I think this is as good as it's gonna get.
Let's roll with it.
Yeah. Hello, Kavanaugh.
Hello. I really want a keepable 7.
I'll take it. I'll take any keepable 7.
I'm sad Heiferwolf is dead.
Rip. Wow, 7-6. To Gonjo J.
The Gonjo.
This is a keepable.
Yes! It happened. On time Kragma Butcher.
Freaking keep.
Although, look at that non-bow with Kragma Butcher and...
Observe and I'll say it, yeah.
Yeah, observe it, I'll say it.
By the way, Dictate Iliad.
We finally drew it.
Unknown Shores.
It's a little awkward, considering we have our colors. Gives us doubles, though.
Warwing Siren. What does that make my play here? Kragma Butcher?
I think Kragma Butcher because then that tramples after you play Archetype.
Dictate will get there soon.
Might be a turn 6. Whoa.
He's going in. He's probably going to play a 3-3.
Yeah.
Triton Cavalry.
2 life.
Okay.
No Pillarfield Ox. We still... Do we attack into that?
Absolutely. Because we get Kragma Butchers on.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, but...
So he blocks.
He's tapped out.
Yeah, he's tapped out. So main phase, I think... Anax versus Blade Tusk Boar is the question here. I think I like Anax and Siamede here. But
I really wish that was the other archetype.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to go with Anax and Siamede here. So the trick here is honestly draw planes. That's the best trick. Draw Mountain is the second best trick because it gives me Observant Ailsid on Anax and Siamede, or Fated Conflagration on my opponent's cards.
Yeah. Burning a Pillarfield Ox ain't the worst.
The reason I played the 3/2 First Strike Vigilance is that if I draw a planes, mid-combat Dictate of Heliod is kind of sick.
Yeah, because he'll go, oh, I block with my Pillarfield Ox. What possible trick could you possibly have? It turns out you're wrong. I mean, he's got...
Nyxborn Wolf on the war... Oh, my lord, that is huge. I want to draw a land so that I can play Fated Conflagration on the 5/5 flyer my opponent controls.
Yeesh. This guy loves huge flyers from Bestow.
Mm-hmm.
I summoned the land.
Thank you. Um, there's no trick to what I'm doing here. I believe it's I think it's Fated Conflagration flat on the flyer.
Yeah, just while he's tapped out, I think is first also the. It'll help us find planes.
Two-headed Cerberus can go to the bottom. I have enough action.
Yeah, planes on top,
Planes on top.
bottom top, classic combo.
I guess that should have been post-combat.
Yeah, because now he can trade with Kragma Butcher.
I think I'm okay with that because will he want to?
I don't know.
I've been repping God's Willing for. I want it to pay off.
And honestly,
I'll feel like a real big chump lord if I lose my creature here to his Nyxborn Wolf. Like, that's gonna kind of feel bad. It should have been like because that was a mistake play.
yeah, I think it was too.
Like it's not like a because I could have post combated that. I just was very quick on the trigger.
Yeah, I think.
Holy shit!
Hey!
Oh my god! Rep God's Willing all day long.
Amazing. And then next turn we get the blowout of Dictate of Heliod.
Or like even just a bestow Observant Alseid. Or like
Yep.
like just to get blockers or play archetype play two creatures.
Yeah, just play down the Blade Tuskborn.
Oakheart Dreads. Okay.
That lets your Pillarfield Ox attack, I guess.
Yeah.
Does he want to, though?
Ordeal of Nylea. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he wants to.
And he gets to bounce an enchantment. He's
How
going
he
to bounce
wanna-
Nyxborn Wolf.
I can understand that.
Will he?
He probably should. Because Annex
He did
inside.
not.
Okay.
This man's going to hit me for 5. No blocks. So we draw land.
Do we hold Dictate up?
It's either that or like bestow onto Annex and Simid.
That's going to be a. How big is the Pillarfield Ox going to be?
It's only a 3/5. It'll be a 4/6 next turn, which means Annex and Simid can't kill it with Dictate up.
Yeah. Really, really wish that was the other archetype.
I'm aware. The trample doesn't really get me where I want here. I think the Dictate is still... Man, I really wish I could play 2 creatures very easily. What is my opponent's at? Taking 7, and that would be 11, so that's not lethal if I Dictate. I'm going to go ahead and attack and see what my opponent's response is.
Might be a double block on Annex and Simid.
That would be
cool.
hella good. That would be a bad play because any trick I have makes that a bad play. Like,
Yeah.
okay, taking the hit. I can't kill my opponent. Very importantly, I cannot kill my opponent here.
Which means, do we play something?
I think
to...
I just go ahead and play out 2 creatures on the ground.
Yeah, to make the alpha next turn better.
Yes.
Also, probably throwing away a creature to...
Absolutely.
Like, Observant LC probably gets to die. I'm afraid of Stratus Walk.
Stratus Walk would be extremely powerful right now. Doesn't have trample.
Yeah.
So he has 2 cards in hand. That Triton Cavalry attacks for 4, maybe more, if he plays enchantments. Stratus Walk would make it attack for 5 in the air. I don't believe he has a way to bounce it and make it lethal. Like, I don't think he can kill me with his land and the combination of number of cards he has in his hand.
It would be difficult.
It would be, I believe it would be difficult, especially with 3 blockers. I believe it is a possibility, but it's not something that's going to happen, so... He might just leave everything back because he needs blockers, because I'm about to alpha.
Our alpha next turn is really good because trample.
Yes. I would like to draw Coordinated Assault.
That would be the best possible thing.
Yes.
Targeting Annex and Cymede and probably Kragma Butcher.
The big problem here is that he has a anti-alpha ability in Triton Cavalry that is like bounce and enchantment.
Yeah, Land Sea God's Revenge would be pretty cool. That Oak makes me afraid. I think we just take the hit from that.
No, taking the hit from both means I die.
No, I think you throw Alcide away. I don't know if we block the Oak though. I don't think he can pull 5 damage out of his hat that way.
I think he can, and it scares me. I'm going to go ahead and block the... Because I could have Archetype block the Dryad.
Just flat trade?
Just flat trade.
Okay.
I could have Annex and Cymede, but this smells like a trick.
Yeah, that smells like a trick. That's why I was afraid.
Do I block the Triton, the cavalry? Is I guess the question of the day. Can he produce? He would need to produce 3 more damage to kill me. I don't believe he has that much.
You don't believe you could produce 3 damage on that card, but produce 5 on the other one? I don't know.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, you mean like...
I was going to chump Elseed on the big creature and then just... Although one of his tricks is untapping, so I don't know.
one of his... That's the big thing. I want to, like... I actually want to bait the trick out. Like...
So do we kill the 2/3 then? Well, we have enough to alpha
Alpha
if
back.
if Alcide dies.
Yeah, I guess I just block like this and see what his... Man, I really...
I'm afraid to.
I'm like super afraid of everything. Yeah, I'm just gonna block and take damage.
I don't feel good about this.
I don't feel good about any play I make.
Yeah, I feel like I've talked you into something wrong. Frost Breath would be really bad here.
I actually agree with with that assessment of this. I feel like I'm going to get murdered. Like, no matter, like, I don't think any line gets me unmurdered, but I don't know what he does. Like, the fact that he can bounce enchantment scares the shit out of me.
Because of Archetype?
He can bounce Dictate.
Yeah, he can.
Nylea's Disciple, gaining 6 life. 5 life.
That's gross as hell. Come on, Coordinated Assault.
No.
Ah!
Can
we kill our opponent? He has 4 toughness.
4 toughness, I have 10 power, plus... Yes, we can kill our opponent. Let's go ahead and kill our opponent.
So I was like, yes, 4 toughness, we'll have... And we'll get to show him the shining, glittering Dictate.
Because I have 16 power. Yeah, Squirrel Token, your math is off.
Triton Tactics. Nobody ever has Triton Tactics. Although now we're summoning it. Although Triton Tactics would add 2, that would add... He would go from having...
It would add blockers.
It would add blockers. Now that everybody said it, it's never going to happen.
My tactics are... Look, if he had it, he would have untapped his Triton Cavalry to block with like a 9 toughness dude on the combat.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Thrilling! Now our opponent is double queuing.
That too. Our opponent probably doesn't actually have a trick and is probably dead here.
Probably. He has 1 card in hand.
I don't believe it does anything. You can't convince me that that card does anything. Get murdered. Here we go.
Here come blocks.
Dictate of Heliod. Boom, 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 boom. Dictate.
You know what our first pick was this. Please don't annul us. Please don't annul us. Please don't annul us. Please don't annul us. We haven't showed him any enchantments. No way he's playing annul. Yes!
Get crushed!
Crushing! The crushing death is the instant death.
God. Yes! Good! I'm very happy that Dictate of Heliod as the final secret. Like, if he would have if he would have known that was a card I could have had, maybe he plays differently, but no.
There was no way he could have known that, though. That was like our super secret foil.
I know. We never
man.
revealed
Our
secret.
opponent made that so thrilling because he was such a slow asshole.
I know.
He deserved to lose.
He had tension. He created tension for
We
us.
don't need to relax.
Yeah, we don't need to relax. I'm constantly training. I love that movie.
I love that movie too. I also loved its prequel / unrelated movie.
It was good.
It was good.
They were both good. There were a lot of things about One Armed Boxer that was dictative of Celia.
I really liked how One Armed Swordsman had Dracula in it.
That was pretty good. I liked how One Armed Boxer teased the Buddha's name be praised.
Amitabha.
It was like, you know, it was teased in there, you know.
Yeah, it's always great when a movie has that in it because that never gets filled in
I know.
on the cards. Okay.
So, we're either fighting Dana Flops, CJ Traxler, or Gonzo J.
I have a feeling we're fighting the Dana Flops.
Look, we beat P. Roberto, the Proberto.
Yeah, Proberto and Heiferwolf are dead. There's no other powerful names other than Gonzo, I guess.
We'll see.
CJ Traxler.
I would like to play first.
Hey, I summoned the Gonzo. How much do you like turn 1 Satyr Hoplite?
Basically, the question is, am I drawing, like, runner lands?
Mountain would make this hand really great. Well, not really great. It would make it okay.
I think I want to keep the oak. God, that's hard to say.
It's a 2-lander.
I know. And if I don't... And I've seen how many 2-landers just...
It's happening.
I've seen, like, I think every 2-lander that we've been like, yeah, this looks like it'll probably be good. Like, every single time in the last week has just failed utterly, fallen on its face. Like, I can't think of one. Like,
I can't either. I don't know, man. What if our opponent doesn't
I'm
do
calling
anything?
it. We're gonna play Satyr Hoplite and win 20 turns, right? That's like the game is played.
It's basically unblockable. Now we get to show our opponent the shame of us playing
Satyr
Satyr
Hoplite.
Hoplite. Yeah.
Okay, a 4-mana card.
This would be really good if we had, like, Blade of the First Pride to follow us up.
Yeah. The odds are really bad, I'm aware of that. And our opponent is the same freaking thing, and we lose. Okay. I'm glad I'm glad that I at least decided to channel Cabana in a game.
Yeah.
This is
He's got a
flat.
four here.
This is like every...
Oh, he's got the momentum, man. I guess that trades with momentum, man.
Yep. My 1/1 tramples.
It does. That is that never comes up ever.
I'm going to take the hit.
Is your plan just to use it with Portent of Betrayal?
Blade Tusk Boar, I believe.
Yeah, Blade Tusk War is cool.
We can't attack.
Yeah, the 3/2 is a little sad compared to Pillar Field Ox.
Yeah. Kavanaugh, your salt is your own. Take the hit.
If it gets large enough, then we actually can kill our opponent with it. He's tapping mana.
Hey, Nessie Ness, how's it going?
I always love to see that guy.
This is where it happens.
We play tricks on our opponent.
This is where it happened. By the way, all Dictate of Heliod says is I actually like trade in the fights.
It's better than nothing.
So let's go ahead and make the blocks that try and get things done. Show me all your tricks. Triton tactics. Please show me Triton tactics.
He is repping it singly. That island is actually highly confusing to me.
I know.
Because our opponent seems Savage Surge.
That's the card I've been expecting, but he hasn't played. Like, I know he has a trick. He's been repping it for way too long to not. Savage Surge. Okay, he's saving his Nessian ass because it's a huge fucker. So I'm going to go ahead and Fated Conflagrate it.
Yeah.
Two-headed Cerberus is cool. Mountain is not.
I do love Two-Headed Cerberus here with its double strike and Dictate of Heliod. And maybe we've stabilized.
Maybe. The Ravenous
what our-
Crota is kind of huge still, and I can't really attack.
Yeah, he's one mana away from monstering it. Use.
Oh, he doesn't have the mana to monster it. I'm gonna block. You didn't play a land before that combat, so if you want to burn a trick here, I'm cool with that.
Satyr flippin' Hoplite. I don't think he has a trick that works against Two-Headed Cerberus, though.
We're gonna give it Vigilance, and it's gonna get huge. Flash in that... Oh! That is huge. Shit.
That's the monster you never expect.
Well, he doesn't have the 7th land. So that's good.
What's he got?
I don't know.
5?
Nyxborn Triton to make it a 6/5 flyer. Or 5/6, sorry, wrong way. But yeah.
Shit, I hate his creatures being...
So huge, I know.
Because we can't...
Can I flip and kill him?
That's what I was thinking, because we can't kill him. We could... Because the bird is still the problem.
Birds! Birds!
Jeez.
what's the answer then? If I port and betrayal the bird, that gives me 7. I have lethal
blocks.
next turn, yeah, but I'm dead next turn to his flyer. He can monstrous if he draws a land. If he draws a non-land, it probably pumps it 1 damage. So I can deal 7, 10, 16 with no blocks.
It's not going to happen, though.
Well, fuck it. I have absolutely no choice but to try. Revoke existence is not actually going to save me next turn.
I don't know what it does, but maybe we find something that does.
He's making the very, very obvious block. And I can deal 13 damage to him, and he doesn't die then. So I will at least steal the bird.
What would have been cool there would be if that...
There's his land, so he had monstrous on Fleet Feather thing to kill me next turn if I didn't make that attempt.
Yep, so now he kills us.
That was an incorrect move by my opponent, but I can't punish him.
Yeah.
If I had Magma Spray, I actually win the game, man. But, oh well. Alright, how about Vanquish the Foul?
I like Vanquish the Foul against McMonster Man.
Removing...
Or worse.
Eagle of the Watch.
Is that our worst card?
I don't know. I mean, it's a flyer against his creatures that are just much better.
Yeah, I guess he has like a million creatures that outclass it.
Yeah, like 1,000 times. I have a serious flyers just kick my ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Only that Silent Artisan was a rare that was much, much better.
I was just gonna get my ass handed to by flyers. So probably not cut the flyer. Probably cut like...
I would say Satyr Hoplite, but Satyr Hoplite did work that
How about
game.
Lean and Snarecaster?
Tiny Net?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Riddle Lightning ain't gonna do enough damage to kill his Bigman.
Yeah, that would... We don't have anything in our deck that would deal that much damage if we revealed it.
Okay.
Okay, this is great. We probably might be playing Observant Alseed.
Yeah.
That's fine, though.
That would have been really good if I had the hammer to drop.
Just in response, chunk. No, you don't. Maybe one of our opponents will not keep a 7.
Our opponent mulled a 6 in Game 3 of last round, I believe.
How do you remember these things?
Because I keep track of them all. It's important.
It is. It's just one of the many things I don't keep track of.
I mean, I've played a lot of Magic, and like it's all these little small things that add up. So
that's what competitive Magic is.
I think we defined value so very well in Kavanaugh's last stream. So
yeah. Hey, rolled a 6.
All right.
Even footing.
Sigiled Skink.
But yeah. Most of what competitive Magic is just cheaply costed or efficiently costed things stacked up in a big pile. Hopefully they work. Well, he's off green. We have a dog and he's off green.
Get in there, Skink. Blade Tusk board to the bottom. I can't cast it.
I'm a skink.
Dog.
Dog. Dog.
Ah, green. What do you got for me? A 2 to 3?
3? No. Okay, dog doesn't get...
Wow,
okay.
no, I now must stop attacking forever. I now continue attacking.
We continue attacking. Skink is a hero. Hey, did you know we have a trick?
Planes on top. Good call. Do I want to play Observe and Alcid?
It's 2 lands away from putting it on the dog.
And I've got 1 land in the deck.
Yeah.
Always be attacking. Yeah, go ahead and, like, ordeal up your Warwing Siren or some shit. Please.
That would be really lame. Although, we could portent it.
Sylvan Caryatid!
That's an 0-3.
Yeah.
We still attack, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Skink.
Mogi's War... That can stay on top.
Ooh, what do we Warhound up?
What do we Warhound up? Cough, cough.
But the dog. Dogs on top of dogs.
Double dog.
No, that's quad dog.
Let's get dangerous. Coordinated assault time.
Tricks.
And he's gonna trick back. Retraction. Jesus Christ. Okay, then that's like the game ends trick.
Yeesh.
That's
really bad. It kills the skink and puts the dog in hand.
yeah. That might as well be the game ending right there. It feels like because I'm gonna lose the dog. I can't recast the dog. It's going to take me 2 turns to get the dog back down, and to get the dog down like real. I kept a card that now does nothing on top of my library. And my opponent's just going to play like some giant creature next turn that I won't be able to kill because I can't cast Fated Conflagration. I lose. So let's play out the next 4 turns.
Yeah. Let's hope.
My opponent needs to like not have the 5-drop that you know.
No Mosler. That's what it has to be. Is no Mosler.
Font of Fortunes is pretty good too, because that undoes his mulligan. Golden Hind, and he can still use the font. I'm going to cast 2-headed Cerberus and pass turn. Okay, so it's going to be the slow death here. He doesn't actually have a big thing, which means the 2-headed Cerberus might be able to buy us back in, but I don't feel like it's going to be enough.
2-headed Cerberus with maybe the portent if his thing he makes is big enough.
Correct. Because right now he's going to have 4 in hand and like 8 mana. Yeah, 8 mana. So if he has any big thing at all, like say... Oh, okay, that's not as big as it could be. Man, okay, the fact that he doesn't have the Nessian Asp to follow up all his plays with really makes things a little easier for... Jesus, that Plains is the worst. I'm going to go ahead and put Observant Alcid on my man.
Do we attack?
Absolutely.
I believe so.
The only way out of this game is assuming our opponent's cards he drew were dead.
I have a feeling they weren't.
Okay, Savage Surge gives him a 7 toughness blocker, which lets him kill 2-headed Cerberus for nothing.
7 toughness. Just barely.
Yep.
That was always happening, though. Because that's how tricks work.
I mean, if I didn't attack, I could have played Mogis's Warhound on it and had a 10-power man.
True enough.
So, like, there was a way around that, but...
I don't think it was correct, though.
I don't know. I stand by my previous statement of I really don't think I've got a chance in this game. Like, he was able to just completely halt all my early aggression, which is the only... Okay, Archetype of Imagination.
Team jump.
Cool, I can't block any of your creatures forever. That gives me an out, though, funnily enough.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm at 8, and he's gonna kill me, but...
What is your
Um,
route?
getting 14 power on the board and then stealing his archetype of imagination.
I don't think we can get 14 power on the board, though.
I think I'm dead.
I believe so, too.
Let's blow the hell out of...
Tromper is the largest thing.
If I kill the archetype, I could, like, block next turn and not die, but
That's a slow death.
it's a death all the same. Doesn't have flying.
That can't. You cannot fly with wheat.
Um... Yeah.
Man.
That was a really cool deck, though, and I was very happy with how it played out in the fact that, like, we picked up the Dictator Heliod, we ended up sticking in our colors, and we were rewarded for it with getting past Annex and Cymede, and a couple pretty decent cards in Pack 3. Not a lot, but, like, just kind of decent cards. There were a couple mistakes in picking cards for the deck, and I think 2 major mistakes in playing. One of those which wasn't really punished. It was still pretty good, though.
Yeah.
But
Drafting mistakes. The one drafting mistake I can think of is picking the spear point.
yeah, picking the spear point's the one I'm talking about. That was a mistake that I should have, like, I should have realized that card. For one, I usually cut that card anyway because freaking 6 mana bestow is ridiculous.
Yeah, I usually just play it as First Strike and Grey Ogre.
And I already have First Strike and Grey Ogre, and it's called First Strike and Grey Ogre my team. So
yeah, that's just
Yeah.
flat better.
Well,
But yeah, I think
so-
what we've really learned is that we've become so accustomed to Hearthstone never fucking you over with mana that when we come back to Magic, it just gets us.
Yeah, you were correct. Burning the Archetype would have had me living another turn, but
We had no outs.
like, what the hell do I actually draw that prevents me from dying the turn after? Like, there's actually no card in my deck that's like Wrath, you know, or something like that.
We don't have Mass Flowstone, and that wouldn't have done it either.
Right. I really don't wish I had a Divine Verdict still.
Yeah, Divine Verdict wouldn't have done enough there. You know what might have, though? Reprisal.
Reprisal would have been hella good in every match. Shit.
It's because Reprisal has always been a good card whenever it's printed, somehow.
Anyway. Yeah, well, I mean, 2 mana kill spell.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks everybody for joining. I hope you enjoyed the drafts, even if they did not go as well as planned, but
At least one of them was free, and
Well,
the other one...
Right. And also not cherry picking your wins and all that jazz. That's how it goes, right? You just
We have
gotta-
a shiny Dictator Heliod. That's cool.
It's pretty cool. I think this is like my second copy of Annex and Cymede.
You could build an aggro deck.
I wish I had a God's Willing instead of like faking having a God's Willing. That would have been sweet. So, anyway, good night, Zoo. Good night, Gnome. Thanks for joining.
No problem.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.